Shalom. Call hello, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakaha, Quadash. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. Now more so than ever, the would-be judges, the 144,000, and the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners among the heathen nations that have the appearance of the heathen nations. This is not a black thing, it's an Israelite thing. And to the few Akwaf that are listening and learning to you, I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone, coming at you another lesson in truth. This won't be long. Well, we'll let the Spirit decide. But my internet is actually down right now, which is weird that this screen comes up, but I can't access the internet right now. And it does that in this area sometimes. It goes out for 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. But you know, the work of the Lord is going to be done. I prefer to do it, you know, first thing upon rising. Then I don't have to worry about it all day, you know. And then if I get to another lesson, I get to another lesson. I like to get that first. My first efforts in the day is to be in service, you know, to feed the sheep. You know, Yahweh Shai said, if you love me, feed my flock, you know. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to feed the flock. A couple things in mind. I woke up, you know, you turn your phone and you look, and the first thing I saw was our beloved brother, Aisha R, you know, GMS all precepts, with a you know, very eye-opening lesson about AI, you know, about you know, the robotics. And I listened to the video. I was half asleep, you know, and just kind of started listening to it and woke up to it. And it's called AI Robots, Demonic Entities, High Level Sorcery, and it is. But at the end of the day, there's no enchantment against Jacob. All right? None whatsoever. As a matter of fact, that brings to mind the scripture right here, because this stuff is going to do damage to people. It already is. And it's all lies and pseudoscience anyway. All right? This is Isaiah 54:17. You know? I remember being in those wicked churches, and they used to actually sing a song with the words to this scripture in it, and I actually liked the song. And now I know the relevance of it. But this is Isaiah 54:17, and it reads, "No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise up against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh." So no matter how they try to demonize us on television, no matter how much their paid agents, you know, get together to try and demonize us to make money. What's his name? The Heyman Malone gets together with Shaka Amos and Sar Nigga. And you know, hey, what you need to be talking about, Vocab Malone, is those rabbis going after Christianity about and saying that American Christianity in America is Esau, all right, and that European Caucasian Christianity is Esau, all right, because, you know, Esau is not done away with, and it's the only nation that's not promised any mercy. So, you know, stop avoiding the subject, man. Make the video. All right, we're all waiting to see what you have to say about the rabbis that constantly, nonstop, without ceasing, point out the fact that America is going to be the place of a great judgment from on high, because they're Esau Edom. White Christians are Esau Edom. That is what the rabbis say. All right, constantly. So, you know, why don't you focus on that for a while? Okay, focus on that for a while. But nevertheless, you know, this AI thing, what I get from it when I watched it is what I already knew. Because there was a video that came out, and there were a few brothers that were around, you know, when this happened, that are still with the camps today. But this was probably around about somewhere between 2011, 2013, somewhere around that time, if my memory is correct. It's somewhere around that time. But there was, and I remember it because this is when the Chicago camp really had an explosion in its growth, and this is when we were still teaching on Van Buren, right? You know, and we had those reprobates that were still with us at that time before they left, before they got kicked out. Actually, they got, you know, excommunicated from the prophets of the Lord. And for 2 years, they spewed a bunch of madness, and, you know, and now they're all back in the world doing drugs and whatever. But we were there, and there was a couple of MIT students. All right, there was a couple of MIT students who, and if anybody has any information on it, Bible Shop post it. You know, because it was so revealing. Because what had happened was these MIT students, they released an AI onto the internet, a self-learning, self-aware AI onto the internet. And it wasn't, you know, it was actually done honestly, because I assume it probably was the first time. And it didn't have the bias, the programming in it, and it started learning. And the AI came back 24. It was either 24 or 48 hours later. When they went to check on it, the AI had gathered up mostly the Hebrew Israelite information and other historical documents pointing out who Esau Edom is today. And it pointed out that the Edomites, the Caucasian race, all right. But because every Caucasian is not an Edomite. That's, you know, you got a lot of Israelites that can't seem to understand that, you know, that the Israelites are scattered among all people. And some of the Israelites are going to come looking like other people. But outside of that fact that can't be argued with, it pointed out that the Edomite race was the problem here on earth, and that they needed to be destroyed. The AI came back and said, if you got rid of these people, the earth would probably heal itself and fix itself. They scrubbed that program so fucking fast, and they removed every evidence of it off the internet. I've searched for years trying to find it, and you cannot. Fast forward to the future. In the video that the beloved brother Isha'ar just did, there was a couple Google engineers, programmers, that said that these sentinels was self-learning and self-aware. All right. But he also said that they were biased. And the reason that they were biased is because they were programmed. So the truth of the matter is that AI, even when it tells truth, is still telling lies, because it's biased, because it was programmed. That being the key word. As a matter of fact, I'm going to look that word up. All right. Let me look that word up, because I have a roundabout, you know, understanding of what programming means, but I just want to get, you know, let's see what the program or programmable. So I went on etymology online. I will show what I have. And I put in program, and here's what it pops up. All right, programmatic, programmable. Wow, deprogram, to release from a cult. Hold on. So a program could be a cult because it can program. Ooh-wee. All right, okay. It says program. Let me bring this in. All right. Late Latin programmer, proclamation etic, and it's from the Greek, to write program, notes, in a sense of obsolete, arranged according to, let's click on that, arranged according to the program of computers, calls automatically regulated to prescribe from 1945. This was extended to animals by 1963 in a figurative sense to train to behave in a predetermined way of humans by 1966. Related programming. So it could be trained to behave in a predetermined way. That right there lets you know the AI is complete fraud. It's all a lie. It can be programmed to. So if you're a racist Edomite, a hateful Edomite, there's nothing wrong with being racist. Being hateful is another thing. They're not the same thing. I say again, being racist and being hateful are not the same thing. All right. Some people, like that guy whose name starts with the H, and that that whole situation with World War II. They'll throw the word racist and hate in the same category, and they're not. There's nothing wrong with being for your people. The small hats, the JOOs, they are for their people clearly, above all others. All right. Is it race? Is it hateful? Is that being racist? Yes. Is it being hateful? No, it's not. It's not hateful. If you're a so-called Japanese, a so-called Hawaiian, a so-called Chinese, and you're for the embedment of your own people, that is not being hateful. That's being racist, and racist is not being hateful. All right, they're two different things, so don't get them mixed up. All right, so nevertheless, these programmers are programming their hate, their biasness, so that it gives the results that they want it to get figuratively. They can almost, and that's what they do to people. It's all pseudoscience, and we were warned. All right, let me go to 1 Timothy 6 and 20. And I bring this scripture out damn near every lesson because this is the time and age we're living in. 1 Timothy 6 and 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust. Avoid profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science falsely so called. They're going to use pseudoscience, false science, programmed AI to determine information. The same way that the hateful Haman Malone does. Everything, he doesn't care about the truth of the gospel. His whole concern is about the brown Hebrew Israelites. As a matter of fact, all the hateful Edomites that are in power and hide behind their false pseudo-religions are the same way. Because the one truth about, and I'm the brown Hebrew Israelites, okay, because they just want to, call us blacks so bad when, there's no such thing. Black is a false social construct that they created. That's one of those programs. They programmed that falsehood. Same way that they labeled themselves white when they're not white. They are indeed the Edomites. The rabbis the Hebrew Israelites, the brown Hebrew Israelites have been telling you that, since they came on the internet. Even before that, going back to our elder bishops and our apostles, for decades before that. All right. But nevertheless, these people lie. And Timothy warned us that they would have oppositions to try to come against the truth, against true science, which simply means to know. All right, I'm holding a pen, I'm holding an air, I let it go, it falls down and hits the desk. That's gravity. I knew that it would do that. That was true science. I'll do it again. This is a true scientific experiment. I'm holding the pen up, I let it go, gravity pulls it down to the desk. As simple as that. You know the outcome. You know something. That's what science means. It's not, science has nothing to do with like fraud, like people like Dr. Fraudchi, and that whole thing. Which it's funny that they still attack you when you speak on it, when everything that he was involved in scientifically was proven to be a fraud and proven to be lied about. Yet, you know, if you mention certain words and certain things, you get attacked for it. All right. But let me get a couple precepts that the brother had brought out. This is Psalms 144:11, a precept to 1 Timothy. And it reads, rid me and deliver me from the hand of the strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is the right hand of falsehood, which is pseudo, which is false. Right? They hide behind their lies, and now they're summoning up demons, as a brother showed in his video, those evil angels, and not understanding that it's the Lord that's sending these evil angels upon them in the first place. All right, he's sending the evil messengers, dummies, and the evil messengers. See, that's the thing, that their false pseudoscience has blinded them to the truth. The Lord controls the left and the right hand side. It tells you that in Isaiah 45:7. But let me read this real quick. Proverbs 17:11. Evil man seeketh only rebellion. Rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft. Trying to use AI and sorcery against the people, and especially against the people of the Lord, which there is no enchantment. There is no enchantment. You're going to lie and put our faces on TV and use your AI. You're going to use your deep fakes. All of it's not going to work. Then the standard's going to be lifted up. But it says, an evil man seeketh only rebellion, therefore a cruel messenger shall be sent against him. These same evil messengers, these same demons that you're summoning up, are going to be the ones that actually attack and destroy you and send animals, wild big cats, you know, tigers, lions, bears, oh my. Go open the damn cages and let silverbacks come and rip your families apart, man. The fucking chimpanzees, all kind of crazy shit. No, then those warm states, Florida, got all them damn 20 and 30 foot pythons and anacondas swimming around. Let them crawl through the windows and swallow your children, choke your wife out and swallow her. The Lord is going, like the scripture said, you will run from a bear. You know, it's like one running from a lion and run into a bear. He leaneth on the wall and then a serpent bite him. Someone could post that on the comment board. That's in Isaiah. So there's no getting out of this or getting around this, man. Okay, and here's another one. This is 2 Kings 6:33. While yet he talked with them, behold, the messenger came down unto him and said, behold, this evil is of Yahweh, it's of the Lord. What should I wait for Yahweh? What should I wait for the Lord any longer, for Yahweh any longer, man? The Lord controls the left-hand side. Esau, you're building your own destruction. You're setting yourself up. Just like Haman Malone. You're trying to set up the Israelites and you're setting yourself up for destruction, man. Let me get this, like, you know, doing my own version of upon all precepts today. This is Isaiah 45:7. And it reads, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. That's Lord in all capitals. That says Yahweh. Right? The Lord creates the evil. He controls the left-hand side. You're dabbling with the left-hand side, you dummies. And that's nothing but the Lord setting you up for the okie doke. All right? Are you going to mess up some Israelites? Yeah, but they're the 2/3 anyway. The 2/3 are already marked for death. They can't get the blessings until they come back on the other side. That's all you're going to get. You're not going to get any of the 1/3. You're not going to get any of the Lord's elect. None. Nada. Zero. Okay? They were chosen from the, let me go to Ephesians. This is Ephesians 1 and 4. According as he have chosen us in him before the foundations of the world, before the world was even made, the elect was already chosen. All right. that we should be holy and without blame before him in love. The elect are going to be exempt from their sins. That's that mark, different mark from that's written in Revelation. We're talking about the mark in Ezekiel 9 and 4. All right, two different words when you look them up. In English, it says mark, but it's not the same word at all for you dummies out there, for you zombies in them other camps, you gold and purple fools. It's not the same thing. All right. Verse 5, having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Yahushua HaMashiach to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. Adoption meaning to be brought back. So basically the elect were created. They got punished with the rest of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, right? During the Great Awakening, and endured. And so now we're at that part where the Great Awakening is happening, the remembering of ourselves, which is prophecy, which is scripture. So any group of people claiming that they've been the people all along, well, they don't fit prophecy. That would make, the people over in the land liars, who constantly dodge Ezekiel the 36th chapter, which tells you how they got there. Ezekiel 36th chapter, the 2nd and 5th verse, kind of breaks it down. The Edomites are in the land claiming to be the people of the Lord. All right. So we were predestined. Jumping up to verse 9, Ephesians 1 and 9. Having made known unto us the mystery of his will according to his good pleasure, which he hath purposed unto himself. All right. In Romans, it tells you nothing can separate us from the Lord of Hamashiach. From the love of Hamashiach. You can't separate us from it, no matter what happens. So will some of us be martyrs and die? The scripture says so. All right. But the flip side of that coin is the moment you begin to put your hands on the Lord's elect, shit's going to pop off and not in your favor. Because guess what? Those evil messengers, like the scripture says, when John bows down to the angel in Revelation, he tells him that I am your, don't do that. I am of your brethren and your fellow laborer. Basically, guess what? The evil messengers are our brothers and our fellow laborers as well. All right? You try to wrap that around your head. Okay? Now their job is to try to get you to go off. But once the Lord activates the elect, and once that time comes, once evil is put down, what will their job be then? What is going to be the job of the evil angels once the elect are lifted up? They're going to go after the wicked. You understand? They're not going to be against us anymore. So, Esau stopped being a bee. Pull the trigger. Push the button. Set this shit off. What you waiting for? So with that, we're going to give all praises, all honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kadash, Kwam Yasharallah, Abad Babal.